I wanted to say something about editing, lighting, angles, filters. We have so much control nowadays over our appearance, at least through a screen. But this is the thing, is that we don't live through a screen. Although much of our time now is spent staring at a screen. In the real world, we don't get to control the angle by which we're viewed, the lighting by which we're viewed. We don't get to edit the scene that we're walking through in everyday life. And there are no filters. You know, lighting and angle really does a lot for your appearance, okay? I don't know if anyone's noticed, but man, I look like hammered shit in some of my videos. Because maybe I just woke up and the lighting's bad and the angle's bad, and I clearly haven't thought a lot about it. But actually I have. I just haven't gone out of my way to control it and manipulate it, because I realize the danger in that. And you know, it used to be that we all judged ourselves and compared ourselves to the girls on the magazine covers, and now we get to compare ourselves to everyone on Instagram who has a damn filter on their face. It's not healthy, and it's not true, and it just lends itself to mental illness. And so I embrace looking like shit on camera, because I feel like that does a lot more positive for the world than me spending a bunch of time looking in the mirror and combing my hair just right and putting fillers in my lip and getting Botox and then, you know, sitting in a room that has the perfect lighting and the perfect angle, and then spending a bunch of time editing a video. Like, I got better things to do, and that includes telling the truth to people. Even if it's just visually, especially if it's just visually, because this world has become so shallow, and we've come to view each other as objects, and we judge people more on the way that they look than on the content of their characters often. Like, we won't even give people a chance if they look a certain way, because we've all been programmed that if you're not wearing new clothes, if your teeth aren't super white, if you don't have a fresh cut, like, well, hey, that's an indication that you're not a good consumer. We don't think of it that way. It's not that overt, but that's why a certain look has been taught to us to be appealing. Because it's the look of the person who is towing the status quo and is running on the treadmill, making the cheddar, chasing the shiny baubles. And I'm not suggesting that it's bad to present yourself to the world in a way that's visually appealing. Like, we all want to be attractive, but it becomes problematic when we can no longer accept ourselves or who we are, because we judge ourselves and others based on really shallow things. That becomes problematic. So, like I said, it causes mental illness. It causes insensitivity. It causes people to bully one another. There's so many problems. It causes us to value form over function and substance. So that's why you're not catching me looking super cute on all my videos, because I don't want to lie. And I got better things to do than spend all my time looking in the damn mirror editing videos. The reason I'm thinking about that is because, like, I just posted a video and I was like, oh my god, this is a horrible angle. Like, you know how when you look down, everything sags. It's like, you know, I could look up like this. There's certain ways you can hold your face and it looks better than others, right? We know that. And the way I was holding my face and the way that I was looking at the camera, wow, it was not flattering. And I could have said, well, I'm going to just not upload this video. But the important thing about the video was the content, the words I was speaking, the message. If someone wants to judge me based on my looks, that's fine. That's a great litmus test. I don't need those kinds of people in my life. And I don't want to be the kind of person that's catering to that kind of person and therefore perpetuating and creating more of those kinds of people. That's not the world I want to live in. I want to live in a world where we're still nice to people and accepting of people when they shot a video with a bad angle. Okay, because I shoot videos sometimes with good angles. So, it's like that. It's like, how do we judge a person? We're not always going to look our best. That's not possible, and it's not real. And I get angry when I have two experiences when I see a woman who's posting video, like a photo of herself or a video that has a filter on it. First off, my heart hurts for her because obviously there's something there. She doesn't feel good enough, or she feels like she has to change herself in some way, right? And that points to a lack of brokenness or emptiness or a lack of love. And that's ultimately why we do things, is because we want to be loved. And this person has come to view themselves as an object that is going to get attention based off their looks and not because of the content or the quality of their heart. And ultimately, if you're putting filters on your face and on your videos, like, you're going to attract people who, more often than not, you're going to attract a certain kind of person, the kind of person who's shallow. Okay? So, if that's why they're interested in you, is only because of your looks, then certainly not the kind of person I want to attract or be around. So, I think, we should all be encouraging people not to do that. And one of the ways we can do that is by not doing it ourselves. So, yeah, I post a lot of videos where I look like shit. And I used to never let people take photos of me because I couldn't control it. I couldn't control how it looks. And I was so scared of being perceived as unattractive. Well, what's really unattractive is a lack of confidence. Okay? And I think it's attractive when someone doesn't give a shit if they look bad in a photo every now and then, because that says nothing about who they are as a person, ultimately. I mean, maybe if they're like, if someone's a slob all the time, and like, I'm not saying that you glean nothing from someone's physical appearance, but I think you probably understand what I'm saying here. I'm talking about shallowness. So I don't want to encourage shallow, vapid behaviors in the world. So I try not to be that way.